Hi, today I have another graph for you for math. This graph is called a bar graph. So we've looked at tally charts and picture graphs, and this is a bar graph. Does anyone know why we call it a bar graph? Well, if you've ever had a candy bar, you know that these look kind of like candy bars in a row, so it's a bar graph. This bar graph's title is Math Club Members, and we're going to use the bar graph below to answer the question. So the trick to doing a good job on graphs is to look at it carefully and read it carefully. So we're going to look at our graph. This says students, so these are our students. What kinds of students are there? Two kinds. There are boys and girls. What do you think these numbers mean? The number of students. That's what the numbers mean. So on our questions, it says how many boys are members of the math club? So we know these are the math club members because it says math club members. We're going to count the boys. You count. So how many boys are members? So we can see the number 7 and we counted 7, so we know it's 7. How many girls are members of the math club? So look, you don't even have to actually count them. You can just go to the end and see what number is matching. So what number is the girls bar going to? Number 5, and you can even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make sure you are looking at the right number. How many math club members are there in all? If it says in all, just like practicing word problems, what do we do if it says in all? You add all of them. So we know that there's 7 and there's 5. Do you know what 7 plus 5 is? If you don't, you can count. There's 7 here, and then we can just count on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you thought there were 12 math club members, you were right. How many more boys are there than girls? If we see the words how many more, just like before, we are going to add or subtract. Some people think you add because it says how many, but it says how many more. So we can even look at how many more the boys have because the boys have this many more. How many am I pointing to? 1, 2. They have 2 more. Or you can take the boys' number 7 and subtract the girls' number 5. 7 take away 5 is how many? 1, 2. So how many more boys than girls would be 2? Are there fewer boys or girls? Look at the picture. Are there less? Fewer means less. Are there less girls or less boys in the math club? If you said girls, you were right. So that's the last question on our bar graph. So if you have a printer, you can print these out because I added them onto one of my class story posts, and I can add them again if you ask me. I'll just add them on there again in case you want to print them out and actually write on them. Okay, we're done.